I need to start drinking.
If I lived a day for everybody who thinks we needed another I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, I'd be dead. I don't know what the mindset was here, but to be completely honest, it wasn't the worst idea. The original 97 movie wasn't good due to being generic and just not that memorable. Yeah, there were sequels and a TV series for some reason. I remember those too well. But the fact is, the original idea could potentially be done justice. The premise of a group of friends accidentally killing somebody and choosing not to say anything, only to have a mysterious figure seek revenge. And as you may have guessed by now,
They couldn't do it!
the movie has most of the issues of the original. A generic story void of any twists that I would say are well done, and characters who act beyond stupid, even for a horror movie. Not to mention, it's really uneventful for almost 2 hours, you desperately want something to happen, or better yet, just get to the end. But instead, you watch 5 individuals do nothing of interest, get innocent bystanders killed, and of course the inclusion of 2 returning actors to get the attention of the old movie's fan base of 6.
Incredible work. Success.
Right offhand, they take an issue with that movie, and somehow suck out what little logic it had. You see, technically, only the driver would be at fault, yet they all act like they're visibly in trouble, even before choosing to not do anything. At least they all assist in disposing of the body. With this movie, it's standing in the middle of the road, and causing somebody to avoid them and go off the cliff. Obviously still very serious, but if you wanted to lie about it, you could just lie. You don't have to hide a body or say anything that could get them in trouble, just say somebody crashed, it's that simple. They debate him still being alive, but that's very unlikely. So while it's still the wrong thing to do, no reason to be afraid here. I think it wouldn't be that hard to create a scenario when everybody actively causes somebody's death by accident, but apparently that's just not feasible. Again, in the original, they hit somebody and deliberately dispose of the body, despite him not being dead. So even witnessing that and not saying anything is still a reason to feel guilt. Instead, it's just one guy made somebody crash and nobody turned him in. Not quite as bad. The only new character worth noting is Denise, played by Madelyn Cline, known for Outer Banks. The rest are completely uninteresting, but the only reason I say she stands out is for being annoying, saying one dumb thing after another, and usually at the most inappropriate times. Like after something really bad happens, like her new fiancé being killed, and his body being used as a warning sign. I can see that the movie was meant to be comedic, but nobody else acts like that. Maybe a few jokes here and there, but not pure stupidity. And her fiancé at the beginning of the movie, who leaves her on real bad terms, does this for absolutely no reason. I think it's the stress given he caused the accident. He's notably really mean in one scene to get the point across, but after the new fiancé's good and dead, it's like it never happened. If you started watching after that, you would never know there was an issue. Literally. It's only done so the new fiancé can be there and get killed because nobody important can die yet. The writing here is that forced. The cops are of course beyond stupid because why wouldn't they be? And one of their dads just happens to be a wealthy real estate developer who wants to keep things under wraps. It's the old let violent deaths occur and pretend they're not happening. None of the community seems to care. Even though one of the victims was a notable podcaster being hung from a building that our dull as shit lead was chased through.
Just a coincidence.
The rest of the movie up until the end is just mindless meandering, but believe it or not, there is an ending, a twist, so let's talk about that. You know, spoilers.
Get them before they get you.
For some reason, horror movies still feel the need to only let male leads die, and the 2 men get killed off in extremely stupid ways. We're talking walking outside, alone, knowing it's not safe, for a real bizarre reason. Not even gonna get into that. And the other guy with the important dad walks right into his obvious demise, despite previously being warned by the killer. By that I mean writing that said, "You're next." If the movie had really good kills, that'd be one thing, but it doesn't. Even the victims used as decorations aren't particularly memorable. So the only thing to make any of this remotely stand out would be a somewhat decent payoff. Who might the mystery killer be? Somebody we know? It's the girl, who isn't the lead and isn't really stupid. You see, she's not rich like them, and the guy that got killed was important to her. The reasoning is spit out in a real afterthought rate. The point is that she wants revenge. Like I said, the old cast members are in the movie too, and Ray Bronston, the male survivor, kills her. Way too soon given the movie's runtime. Julia James, the other survivor, who's done nothing thus far, basically spells out the true twist is Ray's the bad guy. Apparently at some point between movies he turned evil, and is now okay with mass homicide because the citizens are ignoring the past. Kinda like all we did with the past movies. Maybe it's an inside joke. Not sure what the podcaster did wrong, she wasn't a citizen. I'll admit I don't fucking remember the last 2 movies, so maybe I'm missing something that led up to this. I really don't think I am, but the point is, who cares? You think anybody gives a shit if Ray Bronston is bad? It's obviously trying to be shocking, but it just falls flat. As was the acting in this scene. It's so, let me collect my paycheck and get out. He couldn't sound more uninterested, and he basically just stands there and waits to die. As the 2 leads discuss what sad place they must be in to agree to more of these movies, the dull as shit new lead, who's clearly not dead, gets him with the harpoon as he explains the twist. And we knew that was gonna happen. What else would happen? I don't know how to respond to this attempt at suspense, and why do we care? It's almost insulting to even think anybody would, but at least these twists are so stupid and nonsensical, you might not see them coming. And that's it, that's the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie that they didn't even bother to rename. I recommend Why Do We Care What You Did Last Summer, that about nails it. And the literal only good thing about this movie is the clever use of the word hooked at the beginning, and the way it makes fun of Nicole Kidman. If you go to AMC theaters, you'll know why. They tell us not to talk in text, nobody listens, they advertise Coke, fair enough. We don't need Nicole to tell us how great it's gonna be. I respect that joke. The rest of the movie can fuck off. Maybe if it had embraced its own stupidity, been a self-parody of pointless sequels. It did at times feel like that, but that's not what it is. It's a movie that should have never got made, but got made it did. The epitome of sequels almost nobody wanted, and if they're down to waste time and money on this opposed to something new, well, it's why our attention should go to non-Hollywood directors who actually dare to create something different. For example, I don't believe Terrifier 3 became the highest grossing non-rated movie just for being really, really violent, but also the concept of not knowing what the hell is gonna happen. Here you have a movie that's tailor-made to please almost nobody, unless you really enjoyed the original and are seeking a step down from that. So, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, hit the like button down below, subscribing is an option too, and the gaming channel has all the same content with games. There's a link in the description. I'm the Analyst, and remember kids, don't cause a fatal accident. You'll end up in a mediocre sequel.